Bro. Hey, you ready for this camp out? We gonna get these Jordans, bro. We gonna get these Jordans. Yeah, you know I'm ready. I got my chair. I got my snacks, bro. I got my water bottle. We ready for this. We gonna get this, bro. Bro, you only brought one water bottle? Like, yeah. Why? Yo, what is up, fam? Welcome back to the channel. So this is KIXPLORE, where we talk everything about sneakers, lifestyle, travel, and a little bit of everything in between. And today we're gonna be doing a how-to guide in terms of sneaker camping. So let's get it. So before we start, I just want to give a big shout out to my man Mark. He's for his brand Saintside. Do check him out on Instagram and online. So before we continue, I just want to say what sneaker camping out really is, because there might be some young cats out there that don't really know what it is, and that's just kind of how the sneaker culture has evolved to today's time. Because there was a time back, probably around in the early 2000s or around that time, where basically sneaker camping out was at its pinnacle. You know, a lot of people back then, when there was no like StockX, Goats or anything like that, like resale stores, there was none of that. The only way that you could get your sneakers is basically to camp out. And what does that mean? When you had to go to the store that was selling the sneaker and just wait there, yeah, until the release time, so you can actually have a chance to purchase that sneaker. Sneaker camping out has definitely kind of been phased out now because of all those you know, reasons that I gave before. But you know, there are still certain sneakers that do require some sort of a camp out. You know, whether it's you know, a really cult following for a sneaker like the SBs, things like that, or New Balances. You know, there might not be a lot of hype for it, but there are, like, you know, cult followers for that kind of sneaker. So, you know, people do line up, because there are still stores like you know, Sneaker Boy or Up There store that have you know, that sell these kind of sneakers. You know, you kind of want to prepare for it. Also, there are places, you know, it's not just, you know, sneakers, it could be for clothing as well. If you don't know my man Hal, his brand Cocaine, like the brand Cocaine, not the substance. Anyway, you know, people still camp out for his stuff, right? They, you know, they wait throughout the night and stuff. So this is a kind of a guide for you guys on how to tackle that big endeavor of camping out for a certain item or a certain sneaker. So the number one thing you should do first before doing anything for your sneaker camp out is basically to prepare. Do your sneaker research properly and try to do it in advance, not on the night before or the day before, because you're gonna leave yourself you know, a whole lot of room for error. So definitely, first of all, just check out where and when the sneaker is releasing or the item, and then you know, work your way from then. Because if you get that wrong, everything else will be for a waste, because you don't want to get the time wrong, get there late, and basically it's over. You know, like multiple people have already lined up, you're last on the list, and then the chances of you missing the sneaker are a lot higher. So definitely check out when it is, what time, also the type of release that they're doing. Sometimes there are raffles, sometimes, you know, you have to do all these other different things to get a chance to actually purchase the sneaker. There are some resellers out there that obviously do the camp out. Some sneaker stores, all right, they have done it before, where they, you know, they tell you things on the day, because they don't want, some sneaker places don't want you to resell it, yeah? So on the day, what they'll do is they'll say, like, oh, we're selling it to you, but we're not giving you the box. Or we're selling it to you, but you got to do like 10 push-ups in them. Resale value is a lot higher at the dead stock state. So, you know, do your research carefully, guys. And one of the really good places where you can get this sneaker knowledge is from my man, Zach Hayes. He's on the Weekly Drop.
What's good, everybody? It's Zach Hayes here with the Weekly Drop.
Definitely check him out. He's one of my favorite things to watch on Facebook and on Instagram. The guy's got like the most like impeccable sneaker vocabulary in terms of describing sneakers and launches and stuff.
Nike and Strangelove paid respects to Saint Valentinus. The Dunk Low feels it deep in their plums.
So definitely check him out. Number two, I would probably really recommend that you go as a group. It's a lot more convenient that way. It's a lot more fun as well. But you know, you're gonna be camping out you know, towards the, you know, the really unpredictable hours of the night. So it's you know, it's a lot more secure that way when you're with someone else, so especially in terms of you know, them looking out for you, in terms of, you know, toilet breaks and all that kind of stuff. You don't want to be camping out for multiple hours, like let's say over 12 hours or whatever, and not go to toilet. That's not good for you. You know, physically. Try to go with a friend or whatever, or if not, if you don't have any friends that want to camp out with you on that night, definitely make friends with the guy in front of you or behind you, so that you can kind of look out for each other that way. And another thing is, you know, if you're going to camp out as a group, do it properly, guys, please. We see a lot of these things were called ghost chairs, where people just kind of leave their chair there and then miraculously, mysteriously just come back just before release time and claim their chairs. I don't like that, man. Like, if you, I really do come from the time where sneaker camping out is when you really camp out, where you're actually physically there, and none of this list stuff. You know, it's if you're gonna camp out, do the right thing, and it just prevents problems happening later on. If you're gonna camp out, definitely be there. And I would like to know what your comments are below regarding ghost chairs, and so leave them in the comments below, please. Third thing I would like to say is to prepare your gear. This could be you know, involving multiple things. So first of all, your chair, definitely get a good chair. So something like a camping chair that's foldable, that's probably the most preferable and most convenient option. You can get stools and all this other stuff, but something that's cheap and something that's convenient to pick up and you know, take away, that's probably the best option. Things like blankets if you really need it, because it can get pretty cold throughout the night. Also, I think, guys, please, if you're gonna, you know, bring chairs with you, or bring you know, some sort of like piece of furniture for you to sit on, please take it with you on the way home. None of this camping out then just leaving a mess out in the, you know, where the campsite is. So definitely be respectable, guys, and please take your rubbish with you. So the next thing I would probably really recommend you preparing is your clothing. That's sort of like gear as well, but I wanted to separate it because it is pretty important. You do want to keep yourself really warm. You know, look on the weather and check out what the weather's going to be. If it's going to rain, if it's going to be really hot, if it's going to be really cold, definitely check it out. You want to prepare for that so you're not freezing cold in the middle of the night. And one piece of advice is to get this thing called Ororo's Heated Apparel. You can get hoodies, you can get vests, all these different kind of clothing, and they have this really cool option for you to turn up the heat, because they have heated panels throughout their actual garment, just like this one. So it's got heating from the front on the chest and also on the back. So, and you can kind of change the different levels of it. So you can go from you know, like a slight heat to a medium heat to a high heat, and you can kind of change all the different levels, and it lasts for around 10 hours, guys. And all you gotta do is just charge this little battery here and you're good to go. So definitely check out Aurora Panel. Shout out to them for sending this heated vest. I really use it. I use it almost every day. So that's why I kind of wear it in the mornings to keep myself warm, extra toasty. When the Melbourne weather is so unpredictable, where you can go from cold to hot to cold very quickly. It just saves you from, like, yeah, taking off your jacket, taking off multiple pieces of clothing, where you just have this one so you can kind of control the heat to your customized level. So number 5, I would definitely recommend some sort of you know, entertainment that can keep you preoccupied throughout the whole camp out, because it's, you know, it could be a long time, all that kind of stuff. So you want to keep yourself entertained. Bring a book, bring a gaming device, something just to keep your mind stimulated throughout that time, because it's probably preferable that you stay awake throughout the campsite. Other people might want to sleep and all this kind of stuff, but I don't recommend that, because, you know, anything can happen throughout the night. And definitely try to keep yourself entertained in a way so that you can make it through the camping out phase. Number 6, I would definitely recommend you to please remember to charge your devices. So another piece of advice is to always bring one of these. You know, if you don't know what these are power banks. Because I do a lot of traveling, so I got those really big ones that have a lot of charge, where they can charge your phone maybe possibly 11 times to full power. It just saves you a lot of time, and like it's just so convenient for anything, not even just camping out, like even for traveling and all these other stuff where you don't have to worry about ever having to charge your device again. And you do need your phone. I do really advise you to keep your phone alive while you're camping out, just in case there's an emergency, just in case you need anything. So it's really important to keep your devices charged. So number 7, I would definitely recommend you to bring some food or snacks. You know, this is sort of like obviously to keep you alive. Offer some to the next guy to your left, or offer some guy to the next to your right. You know, just try to keep things chill with your neighbors and all this stuff. You know, it's just good when there's food around and, you know, helping out, and it keeps you in a good mood, and it keeps your energy levels up, most importantly, so that you can you know, keep yourself up throughout the night. Number 8, okay, getting pretty crucial here. Basically, make sure that you have your cash ready or your payment method ready. You don't want to be waiting multiple hours, okay, multiple days or whatever, for a sneaker, and by the time you actually get the opportunity to buy a sneaker and you don't have the correct payment method or amount. Make sure that you have enough money in your bank account. I know it sounds pretty dumb, but seriously, it's happened to so many people before where they're going to be walking around looking for people that they might know so they can borrow some more money. It's not a good thing, guys. It's you know, just be prepared. Especially, don't forget your PIN number as well. You don't want to be like so totally exhausted from the camp out that, you know, by the time you're putting it in, you don't even know what the numbers are. It's like, oh my god, I don't know my PIN number. Like, it's so much stress. So just prepare it beforehand. You know, sometimes you know, tapping is not enough as well, because it could be over your tap limit. So remember all your, you know, your PIN number. You make sure that you have the right amount, especially in terms of cash or what's left in your bank account. Alright, so my last piece of advice is basically just to be respectable. I've kind of gone through this in terms of the gear and equipment. Guys, just be respectful to everyone around you. You don't want to be causing a ruckus, getting wild, because, you know, obviously you've seen, you know, probably things on the news for sneaker campouts before, when people get really rowdy, the police get involved, and the sneaker campout gets shut down. So obviously be respectful to everyone around you, your neighbors, to the other people's in the line. Definitely look out for each other, and you know, especially in terms of how you leave the state of the campsite. Don't leave rubbish lying around. It's not nice, guys, especially for the guys that have to, you know, walk past it all the time and stuff. So if you got rubbish, definitely take it with you. Your camp chairs, your milk crates that you're sitting on, guys. I know you're probably really tired and all this stuff, and you don't care, but really you should be taking that responsibility to leave the campsite, you know, in the best condition as possible. Anyway, guys, thanks once again for watching this video. I hope it was able to enlighten you in terms of how to, you know, camp for sneakers, or if you didn't know anything about the actual sneaker camping culture. Hopefully you're a little bit more educated now in terms of, you know, how things are done in the sneaker world in terms of sneaker campouts. Anyway, a big thank you for watching this video. If you did like the content, please give me that big thumbs up. And if you like the content in general for my channel, please consider subscribing. Anyway, guys, thanks once again for watching my video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.